Good morning, afternoon, evening, etc. Whenever you see everybody, welcome back. Vampire Survivors. We're getting towards the end of the game, is what I would say if the, wasn't being updated so frequently, which I love. 2 more unlocks, however. And as far as Chivos, level 100 with Mortasio, 20 minutes with Karochi, 30 minutes in Green Acres. That's going to be the last one, I guarantee it. I have control over that. And, whatever else they end up throwing in this game. Quick side note, I just wanted to share this. I mentioned about a week-ish ago, pretty much almost on the mark a week ago, hired an individual to do a commission of what I look like in office work gear, office clothes. Commission has been done. Commission has been completed. Just briefly share it with you here. How do I do a studio transition? It's been a minute. Oh, you hit the transition button. There he is. Look at him. And by look at him, I mean look at me. This is, in his style, what I pretty much look like in office getup. To be honest, I actually don't wear a lot of office clothing thanks to the work from home initiatives that are going on in the world. But just wanted to share that. Shadow of Polaris is the artist's name. Highly recommend him. It's a very distinct style that I personally love, and the dude was really great to work with. Would recommend 10 out of 10. And likely gonna hit him up for something else down the line once I figure out what it is I want. Let's play the game, yeah? We won with Poe, we won with Clarice, we won with the Mario. It's time for Crochai. Starts with 1 revival and gains an extra revival at level 33. Well, isn't that dandy? Dang old dandy, yeah? Alright. We're talking a lot here. Mad Forest. Let's do a hyper. Let's do a Mad Forest hyper. Ready, go. Now, despite all the energy I'm starting off with here, expect this one to be a little more low-key. I'm pretty tired from today. Like, today was, for some reason, distinctly exhausting. As I've said, pretty much every day this week so far, right? I know. I don't know. Literally the last hour, my energy just got sapped from me. I don't know what happened. Body's just like, hey, whether you haven't consumed enough nutrients today, which I did, although I'm not going to say what nutrient types I got, because then I'll be judged, but I did not get the right ones, I'll say that. So the food I ate today may be contributing to that. Listen, it was cheesecake, okay? Maybe I don't feel well because I had cheesecake, alright? I've said it before. My body doesn't take well to the spices anymore. Or not what spices? No, I love spices. I mean, it doesn't, but I'll still eat them. To sweets, to sugars. I've mentioned before, I don't eat a lot of junk, really. I don't think cheesecake's junk. Cheesecake is a delectable baked good, or is technically a baked good, but like I don't know how to phrase it. It's a dessert, right? I don't go out my way to eat like a Snickers or a Cadbury chocolate because I couldn't dare to stand the thought of consuming that vomit Hershey bar. To be honest, I don't care about the texture of either of those either. I actually just said that. What I'm saying is I don't eat like junk sugar. Technically, cheesecake could be considered junk sugar, but I could consider it a little bit higher class. If I'm gonna eat sugar something, it's gonna be cheesecake. It's gonna be King Bible. Yeah, I'm gonna eat the King Bible. It's gonna be like a baked good more than likely. I'm not gonna eat like a king size candy bar and be like, yummy. Like I'm not 12, Gonna fill up on other sugars that I really shouldn't. That being said, my body, because I don't do it often, even though I mentioned eating cheesecake like 3 weeks ago, technically, it doesn't like when I eat junk, right? The same goes for fast food, but sweets in particular. It does not enjoy the consumption of things that are not good for me. It is legit the boomerification of my body, but it's also because like I said, I do eat pretty well. I just eat a lot. Too much. Good diet and exercise all balanced out. Anyway, what am I saying here? I'm tired because I had sugar. That's the story here. Boomer's tired because he had some sweets, and I had an actual lunch with it, okay? A slice of cheesecake and, again, my basic quesadillas, like, don't add me. And I knocked out. And maybe that's why, because, those quesadillas, I had, 2 of the small corn ones. I lather it in Frank's Red Hot, which, if you go from Frank's Red Hot, like this very vinegary, salty texture, the taste of hot sauce and, a cheese on bread melted more or less. And then you go to cheesecake, maybe my body's just like, this is a bit of a whiplash on, everything right now. Because I already know, my body hates it when I have spices as well, but I'm never gonna stop that. Doesn't matter. If I die from the air quote spices I consume, being Frank's Red Hot vinegar, which isn't even that spicy, let's be real. So be it. Put me in the ground with my friggin' Frank's Red Hot. I like me some spice. Just not like, you know, nuclear levels of spice like some psychopaths go for. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Like, this spice will melt your insides for 3 hours straight, and if you even get a little bit of it in your eye, you're basically going blind, right? It's like, oh man, really want to work with this pepper. Carolina Reaper, yum. Oh, habanero ghost pepper. Whatever else is the spiciest thing at this point. No doubt, it's like probably exchanged hands at least 2 times in the last 6 months, if I had to guess. That's just how it works. All right, there we go. Candelabra door. I was looking for upgrades that I know I can just grab and run. I wasn't really thinking too hard on what I was picking up for damage items. I just wanted to grab damage, and then we'll tab out later and pull up my cheat sheet because I just refuse to memorize for this game for some reason. It's me being lazy. Yeah, like I said, low key. Even though we're talking pretty well here, I do have legit a headache though. Like in addition to the exhaustion, I have a headache, a brewing. Not really loving that. So we are pretty much clocking out as soon as this is done. Spoke with my dentist and orthodontist today. I've got my dates more or less finalized for my teeth removal, which you know, surprise, surprise, I got updated. It's not going to be 2 teeth anymore. It's going to be 4. Wahoo! Well, that'll be fun when I have to cross that bridge next week. Ugh. Ugh. I also have to pay for my teeth to get pulled out, which is also fun. Hey, you know, paying for this thing that you really hate. You mean like taxes? Yeah, like taxes, except it's literally something that I will never be able to recover, i.e. my adult friggin' teeth. You know? Maybe it's because I'm not in a bracket that is relevant at this point in my life, but like, I don't really mind taxes, I'll be honest. Like, yeah, I've done some things over the last year that I had to actually spend a good bit of time documenting and just making sure my numbers are crunched properly, but you know, I did that willingly for myself. Beyond that, like my filing is not too crazy. You know, it's like, it's both a blessing, but at the same time it's kind of like, yeah, it's not crazy, which means you know, maybe it should be crazy, right? I'm not saying I want to be the person that hits a point where I start owing the government money, but I do feel like, and maybe this is just my naive perception on that. Like, once you start owing the government money, doesn't that mean you technically, like, you've hit a threshold? You're like, okay, you're an item now that we need to document, right? It means you're making some form of money, right? That's what it usually means. Or you fucked up severely with like some sort of government thing or an early 401k distribution. Who knows? Excuse me. Cough-ups. Coughing hiccups. No! I've been cut off from my watch. Give me that. Well, Jesus Christ. I don't really want any of these. Well, I'll grab the whip. At least I know what some of these upgrades are. But damn, look at this. The whip? When was the last time I picked up a friggin' whip? Wacky, dude. LOL random. Am I right, bros? My dudes? I don't, what do they say? Who's the popular tubers these days that I should be copying? Oh, I didn't mean to grab that. I didn't even see that on my screen. Alright, well, duplicator, that's something we need for the lightning ring. It's also just lit. Hollow heart, that's what we use for the whip upgrade, so we're good there. It's literally what the cross and Bible is. Or are. I don't remember what the upgrade paths are. I really should remember at this point. I really should also have been looking it up on the loading screen, the Gambit screen here, the dopamine screen, the DC, the DS. Speaking of DS, this is actually a pretty smart segue. Nintendo's actually planning to drop full support of their, you know, their DS or whatever. I didn't read the full article, but all I know is people are upset, and I think rightfully so in this case. This is not a gamer sit-down moment. It's like, huh. Like, if Nintendo's not going to continue any support for their old handheld, which, you know, again, that's the company's decision. Whether I agree with it or not is completely different. I don't really have a horse in the race, of course. And they are definitely going in, like, all in on their Switch, it sounds like. But, like, some of those games, they're not going to be available on the Switch as far as I know, so how do you get them, right? Well, this is, I would say, you know, air quote, there's an asterisk around it, like, you know, don't sue me, Nintendo, but this is one of the joys of emulation. And it's truly in the sense of, like, record keeping, if I wanted to phrase it a certain way. Because after a certain point, if certain like games get discontinued, or services get discontinued, and there's online-only games, there's no real way for you to ever experience those games again, right? The only way would be through emulation. the company still holds the source code in some way, they can definitely like sell back to you for, you know, 10 times the price, maybe on some sort of wacky bundle package thing, which if I'm not mistaken, I think the Switch had something like that for the Nintendo 64 games. Yeah, it did actually. I remember the big hullabaloo over the Ocarina of Time input delay past summer. And again, rightfully so, but again, no horse in the race there. I don't know. Like, beyond emulation, you have no chance anymore. I'm pretty pro emulation. Like, the asterisk is like, you know, without being legit stealing from something you could buy, of course. All about the legality here. But it's like that for a lot of, like, not antiquated, but just old games. Like some of the classic NES games, some Super Nintendo games, just the stuff you can't get anymore. Like, you really only experience their emulation, or, you know, I say this and I know you could probably get, like, those things on, some service. It's just, the accessibility is pretty much not there. There should be, like, a, you know, here's my, you know, pitch for being a politician in the American sphere, or I guess just the sphere in general. Like, hey, we need to have an institutionalized, emulated house and, you know, physical record maintaining, or like a house of emulation with on-hand copies of at least one of every, you know, game ever made that's a physically produced thing from the prior generations. Just have like a museum for it, right? So you can be like, oh yes, look at this ancient copy of Super Mario Brothers. Yes, indeed. Something like that, but also like a place where you could, like, you know, maybe pay a couple bucks to play an emulation of it, and then somehow it filters to the company. I don't know. I'm really doing a CYA here because when you talk about emulation, it does dip into a lot of territories that are a little sus and people absolutely abuse. I made my piece on, like, emulation and piracy. Textbooks only. College textbooks only. No ifs, ands, or buts. In particular, I said it before, the math textbooks that change over the year because they just changed the example equation, but the math didn't change. Fuck you. Fuck you. $800 my ass. But you didn't hear that from me. But if you did hear it from me, and really sound like an O.J. Simpson here, but if you did hear it from me, you get a nod from me. I get it. My fellow college students, I get it. Am I dying? Not in the game, like in real life. I'm struggling to put some of the words to tongue. I was gonna say to paper, but that's not right either. Just blame it on being tired. Hashtag I'm tired, and hashtag I never slur my words together or stutter or have any speech issues on the regular when I'm not tired. If you say otherwise, I disagree. I firmly disagree. Alright, where are we at? We're like 8 minutes in. This is good. Run's fine. Like, we're really just like throwing garbage all over the screen. We've got 4 out of the 6 support upgrades, so we just max out our items as my voice starts to crack. Hello? I feel like I am dying. What's happening? What's happening to me? Alright, cross is almost maxed out. I really should find my upgrade tree. Alright. You know what would be a nice quality of life change in this game? Like, I know I can look at it in the main screen, but just let me know what the upgrade paths are in the game, right? Like, if I have cross and I see a support item come up, just have it go, hey, by the way, if you get this, your cross will evolve at level 9 into this. Like, just do that. There's no reason not to. There's literally no reason not to. It's just good knowledge to have, right? It doesn't have to be a mystery. There's no secret about it. For a game like Isaac, like the secret transformations, obviously once you learn them, yeah. And once you learn the game, then yes, you have the wiki open on the side when you see some obscure thing that's like, oh man, what does this item do? And it's like, oh yes, randomly makes enemies ignore you because you become invisible on a 0.3 pico% chance of it happening, right? In intervals of 0.3 picoseconds beyond that. We have 33% chance to increase the interval by 0.5 picoseconds, right? Like, okay, good. I'm glad that wiki exists for that. There's mystery to that. The whole game of Vampire Survivors is literally grabbing the upgrades and then dusting everyone on the screen. Just tell me what it is. Save me the trouble of having to Google IGN's page again and then being like, hang on, this is the outdated page. Where is it? Wait, Spellbinder. I remembered. I didn't tab, I didn't type. You heard no clacking on my keyboard, so you have no proof. But it is Spellbinder. I remembered. So what's left? It's Bible. What is Bible? Actually, I don't know if Cross was that or if that was Bible. Whoops. Just screw it. Vampire Survivors Cross Evolution. I misspelled Survivors. I'm in shambles. All right, Steema.com. What is the cross? Oh, look at this. It's Clover? Well, frick. I ignored that earlier. But I was right about Spellbinder. It is for King Bible. And by that, I mean I got the 50-50 right for the 2 items I had remaining. It's Clover? Really? Yeah, you know what? I remember now, because cross and clover and like a 4-leaf clover. Yeah, you're becoming Skeletor here. What happened? It's me! Knockoff Skeletor! From He-Man? Is He-Man like a cartoon, or was it like just sort of like a quasi-cartoon? You know what I'm saying? Was it like a 5-minute cartoon, or was it an actual thing? I only know the Hey Ya. That's the extent of my He-Man knowledge. And Skeletor, just because that's the only thing that I see whenever He-Man's in my sphere of reference. This was a real show, right? Was it like a Thundercats era type of show? Right? Do I date myself by saying Thundercats, by the way? Anyone remember Thundercats? My god, I sound like that one YouTuber that's always like putting up the videos for these old Disney shows. It's like, hey, you remember The Replaced? You know what I'm talking about. I forget his name just because I don't commit things to memory at all. You know what I'm talking about, right? Speaking of which, she needs to do a video on Remember Thundercats. I'm ready. Alright, Lightning Ring. We're almost good to level you up. Bibble? King of Bibblerowski? Forgive the silence. It wasn't that I wasn't trying to like speak for a moment. By the way, thank you. I'm not gonna say what I was doing, but I was doing something with my face. And let's pivot, alright? I was doing something weird with my face. I was making some sort of expression, but you don't need to know. I don't want to talk about it. Just know I wasn't disassociating. That's all I'm trying to say. I was here. I'm here in the now. I'm here. Oh, wow. Is that another orb? Well, don't mind if I diggity-do, man. Yoink. Spin is just good for damage overall. I really should be focusing on the upgrades, however. Axe. Axe. Wand. Ghouldan. Very good. Alright. So Horizon Forbidden West is the full title of the game I was trying to reference the other day, by the way. It is now deeper in the Twitterverse, the Twitterverse. I'm seeing more information about it. The game looks great, by the way. Like, it truly does. The Guerrilla team did amazing. Like, really good. And it seems like the general consensus is most people do like the game. And then there's still the occasional, and I'll be honest here, I'll put my stance out here. I'll call them shitters. But there's some people that are still harping on about a lot of things. Like I said, it was never really meant for these people in the first place. Bravo to the team that made the game. It looks great. I hope you get many dollars from your parent company. I don't know if it's directly related to Sony or who, like if there's some sort of like subsidiary working through Sony. I don't know. I'm not sitting there looking at the freaking yellow pages for the associated groups. But game's good. Hopefully, and not hopefully, I'm hoping their next game also is good. I like Steven. Mr. Silent Osiris. Cool. What's around the corner now? It's still... What is that? Huh? Oh, that's a cross upgrade, you dummy. You dingling. You got it all over your nice shirt. Reverence? Anyone? Anyone? If you know, you know. Yeah, what's next on the chopping block, right? It is Elden Ring. I know Lost Ark is still in the sphere, but I do think people might be just lying to themselves with Lost Ark. Then again, if you like Lost Ark, this is just me, like, rambling on for, like, the sake of having a bit. I don't think Lost Ark is good. Asterisk, I'm not a big MMO player anymore, so be that what you will. It just doesn't seem like... It just doesn't seem like a good use of time. This is the guy that plays video games and, like, actually doesn't benefit his life in a lot of other spectrums, right? Or ways, not spectrum. It's like using the word spectrum now, right? What, like Spectrum Internet? I guess. That's a company, right? It sounds like a company. Alright, hey, it's getting a little dicey in here. I'm trying to ramble on and do my stream of consciousness. Thank you very much, werewolves. Yeah, where was I going? Oh yeah, the game sphere. Also, why am I touching my mouse? I don't need to use my hand for this game. Actually, I use my hand for this game because I click on the upgrades. Okay, we're putting my hand back on the mouse. Okay, I'm trying to, like, think of a conversation piece, but I'm a little stressed right now. I don't know if you can tell by the movements. The silence isn't because I have nothing to say. And maybe half truth. But this is a little screwy here. Like, if it wasn't for my my Bible upgrades, I think I'd be burning a life right now. I'm trying to think. Games for, yeah, okay, it's dying down. Or is it? We'll never know. What's the big chopping block item beyond Elden Ring? There's something else that's recent, right? It's not Total War. Warhammer 3. I already talked about that briefly. That's already in the there's the spectrum again. In the sphere, right? It's relevant in the gamer sphere. There's got to be something else. I feel like I'm missing something. This is like legit train of thought. There was another game that I think we should be aware about. What is it? What is it? What is it? Is there? Am I just crazy? Also, I'm gonna friggin' die. I thought it was bad before. It's even worse here. We need to start grabbing these gems. Okay, we're pushing through. We're pushing through. Okay, dialing. 1 second. Okay, hit the upgrade. Bible. Grab this. Alright, breathe. Let me hydrate and then we'll continue this train of thought. That's good. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. So it wasn't really as far as games though, but it is just you know, hey, what have you watched lately on YouTube that would you recommend as entertaining or entertainment? Don't bully me. So even though I just like went on a bit of a tangent about being kind of anti-MMO, I'm not anti-MMO for the record. I don't think it's a good use of anyone's time in the modern era. Unless you can make that into some lengthy form of content that is of high quality that I can enjoy, and indeed, one individual by the name of Barney, the WoW content creator, I guess. I mean, I say this, like the last 4 videos were literally the entirety of, you know, year and a half of me waiting for these to come out. Long and short, this dude did a pretty entertaining storytelling experience of him trying to get Scarab Lord in World of Warcraft Classic, which, by the way, this was a 2020 thing, right? Like, I've been waiting a long time for this video to complete the trilogy that then became a quadrilogy. Would recommend. I don't want to talk about it too much, not because I don't like Barney. I think Barney is hilarious. She is very hilarious. But you just gotta watch it for yourself. Like, really good editing. Love her work. Love it. Would recommend. 10 out of 10. There you go. That's what I've watched recently. And legit, I was up pretty late watching through the hour-long part 4 of it, which was probably not a good idea, but I was just really enjoying myself. What can I say? There you go. That's what I've watched recently. And beyond that, I'm just like jamming out to Library of Runia music. That's all I do. I sleep, I listen to music, I eat, I complain about eating bad food, even though I don't eat bad food. I go to work, complain about work, and then I come play this game. Alright? Here's the daily basis, and the dental thing going on. Overall, though, you live a pretty calm life. I'd rather keep it that way. Alright, now I've officially run out of things that I've kind of planned to talk about, if I remember to talk about them. There's no script whenever I go into these, which, again, maybe for actual planned content, I'll take the time to write out a big script of something. It'll be for the review videos, asterisk, stamp your bingo sheet. But anytime I'm getting ready to do Vampire Survivors, it legit, as I'm walking from my one computer to my other computer, from work to fun, I'm like, alright, what is my brain conjured up as I was sitting at a computer all day, looking at numbers and people that are wealthier than I'll ever imagine, right? Whatever comes up in that small time frame, that's what we got on the table. Which, saying this reminds me, the Futurama thing. I said my piece on that on the last video, and apparently I got the name right for John DiMaggio, by the way. That is the name of the voice actor for Bender. I'm grateful I remembered that. It's not something I'm good at. Are you not good at remembering celebrity names? No, I'm just not good at remembering. But anyway, besides the point. He pretty much stated exactly what I said, and I 100% agree. The dude wants to make sure he's getting paid what he's worth, and he recognizes that voice actors need to make sure they're paid at a respectable amount, so Hollywood and corporations within Hollywood, don't walk all over them. Fucking brother. Amen. Amen. Now, that being said, I saw some people saying that a reboot or a return, I guess, of Futurama is probably not going to be good. As it stands, they don't have John DiMaggio. Yes, I agree. But you know, I feel like that was said the 15 other times Futurama disappeared. I'm willing to let this one have its time in the sun. I'm not here to have any naysaying about it. I think it's going to be good. I'm ready. I'm raring. I'm waiting. By that I mean, like, if I somehow catch it in passing, okay, I'll watch it. I'm not going to seek it out. Alright, give me some whip upgrades. This is our last upgrade we need. That's a lie. We need the axe as well. There you go. Another topic point. Now for real, I have nothing else to talk about. Any other topics that come up, it's literally... Ooh, excuse me. Excuse me. It's literally, you know, whatever is just coming into my brain here. There are some things that I was, you know, doing on my lunch break on Twitter that I don't want to talk about for various reasons. It's not a topic that I want for my video. Be that as it will, dig into that how you want. Is it politics? Not really. Not really. You can imagine what it is. And trust me, there's like no holds bars for me. I talked about anime freaking... like the quasi-hentai anime Titans, High School of the Dead last time. There are no limitations on what I can talk about. You know, it's just something to want to talk about. Let your mind wander with that. Let your mind wonder. God, I love English. Nice, thank you for the upgrade. I guess it's worth stating, and I'll probably state this at least 4 other times on the remaining videos for this week and sometime next week. It is a short week next week, but it is, as I mentioned, I'm going to be getting my adult teeth pulled out. If I disappear for a few days, just know it's probably because I'm not talking very well, like worse than I already talk. My English and speech are probably going to be worse. I'm probably going to be in like immense pain as well. I will likely be doping up on whatever over-the-counter ibuprofen X8000 that I can get. So, just saying it now, I'm not disappearing. I'm just going to be in immense pain. I'll probably be pretty freaking depressed from having my teeth pulled out. But beyond that, we will return after that. Just wanted to get out there. Maybe we'll do some sort of stream, because I'm going to have some time off to recover. It'll just be like a silent stream. I'll just throw in there, hey, silent because exclamation point, why is he silent to the Discord bot or the stream bot that I haven't made. And then you'll know. There's the fair warning. There's the fair warning. Alright. Now I'm disassociating a little bit, but I'm also fading. I'm getting more and more tired the more I run my goddamn mouth and the more the screen just flashes in front of my face. Like, my headache's not getting any better from all the particles and the freaking bright lights that are throwing around on here. You know? It's not helping. I'm committed to my craft. I'm committed to rounding this game out. I'm committed to finishing the run. I've been saying round it out a lot today. At least like 3 different coworkers I explained something or phrased it in the sense of rounding it out. That's me at work in a nutshell. I don't phrase things in like the simplest way possible. I always throw some sort of spin on, you know, the easiest copy you could say. Like when someone's like, hey, where's my mail paperwork or my mail check or whatever? It's just like, oh, you know, the post office can be a little rough around the edges right now. It's like, you can just say the post office it sucks. I've said that before as well. Not exactly in that phrasing, but hey, it depends on the client I speak with. I'm just like, yeah, post office kind of sucks sometimes. In Vegas in particular, sometimes X-branches are just really shitty at picking up and or sending out my company's mail. I'm just honest with them. It's the friggin' truth. You should complain to your post office provider. Yeah, what's that gonna do? When's the last time you legit complained to USPS and it didn't take you X amount of hours, being, you know, ranging from 3 and upwards, about a missed package or a misdelivered something, or hey, you know, your check arrived and it was cut in half because their mail machine like somehow sliced it in half. And by slice I mean, why does it actually have a physical tear, like someone grabbed it with my hands, with their hands, tore it in half, you know? I've called and like griped with my post office many a time about a lot of things for work. And really, it's kind of just like the complaint box, right? I'm sitting there, I'm submitting the complaint, I'm doing the XYZ, I'm checking it off, and then it's like, okay, yeah, and that goes straight into the furnace. Unless it's for some wealthy individual, I'm not really getting any leeway there. And it happened when I bought my friend a gift for a game called Kingdom Death Monster, and I don't know if I told the story before, but the post office, they gave me the notice. It's like, hey, your package is in the mail, go get it. I'm like, hey, dude, hell yeah. Just in time for Christmas, this is gonna be great. Gabe's gonna love his figurine, I guess, even though I know he hasn't touched that game in forever. And then I get there, I grab my key from the mailbox, and I look down, I'm like, oh, that's weird. Why's the box already open? On the back. Why is the mailbox open on the backside where you don't put the key in? Alright, I guess we'll just open it up. Oh, hey, what do you know? My package was stolen. I wonder why that is. Maybe because they didn't lock the fucking back-end box? I called and complained, and guess what? I got freaking nowhere. They also told me to contact the company that, like, provides me the thing to see what they can do. And I contacted the company, see what they could do. They told me to contact USPS, so it's like, alright, you know, as much as I want to spend more hours than I already have on this, I'm just gonna kindly go fuck myself, and in the future, hey, companies, maybe just You know, I say, hey, use FedEx or UPS, but let's be real. I've had plenty of my friends complain about many a lost package and services with them as well. So it's really just a crapshoot. At least from my experience, anytime I use the more expensive pay-per-ride services, my shit arrives safe and sound. Safe and sound. It's a song. Again, probably dating my age, I guess. But no, actually, I'm not dating my age. Safe and Sound came out within the last 10 years. Hang on. $2013. Yes, okay. Not Boomer. Not Boomer. 2013. What year is it? Yeah, cool. Alright, 9 years. I'm safe. And sound. Finally, dude! Been waiting for something to amp up my voice so I can get that YouTube charisma going. Look how excited I am. Wow! Boom, boom, boom. Nice. The rest of this is just like number upgrades. There's no further physical upgrades to be had. So hey, thanks for the help. Thanks for the luck, I guess. We're in the end game. We're here to win. 8 minutes to round it out. We're good. There I am, rounding it out, right? Hey, I'd rather say round it out than what I was stating as, like, you know, my wage definition the other day, which, by the way, I actually feel regret for using the phrasing on that. That's just me. Maybe you might be saying it's not that big of a deal. Maybe you might be saying it is. If you are saying it is, I agree. Me apologize. Be so sorry. I will not say it again. It was just the brain running with what I wanted to state there. From now on, we'll just call it wage. Returning from wage. My waveage. My wage. My wage? What am I saying? Dude, send help. Can we speed this game up? Can I put myself in the time fast-forwarding chair so I can finish this run? I want to sleep. What am I doing? That was a bat. Give me that. Yay. Let's get him. Boom, boom. Hey, hydration is important, right? Maybe we skip some of these, right? No, never. I've skipped maybe 5 of those dopamine boxes in my entire life. I will watch them every time. Exhausted or otherwise. I need the jingle in my head. I need it. Boom, boom, boom. So beyond this, what have I been playing, like, game-wise? I've actually been playing a fair bit of Tabletop Simulator, if you could believe that. I'm a pretty big proponent of Tabletop Simulator. I know a lot of people say it's pretty jank overall, but like, it's a user interface that isn't the most pleasant, but I wouldn't say it's difficult to learn. Like, I've finessed enough hours in it that I enjoy it. But it's always difficult to talk about tabletop, because in a similar vein to things just being on there that it's technically illegal, but like there's some loophole that prevents it from being... And I don't know how it works out, right? But there's legit, like, full-fledged Kickstarter board games you can play on that thing, and it's like, huh. I guarantee the producers of these games are probably not happy about it, but somehow it still persists. Don't know how, don't know why. You know? I'm just vibing, dude. If I just want to play a game of life, okay, Hasbro, you can suck on my Hasbro, I'll be real. Like, I ain't paying you $10 for the fucking Steam version of Game of Life. I'm just gonna spin the jankest luck wheel in Tabletop Simulator and have a grand time with my friends. I don't know. Game of Life's kind of a game you don't really play it to like win or anything. You just play it to be like, all right, what happens? It's like the original board game roguelike, you know? I said roguelike, not roguelike. If anyone tells you otherwise, you're lying. That's true, right? Would you say that? I think I would put some money on that statement. The Game of Life is the first board game roguelike. And you know what? I'm gonna keep an eye on my screen here. Oh. You may have paused. I think we're safe. I'm gonna ask my friends. Oh god, spelling. Would you guys say the board game, the Game of Life, is the first board game roguelike? I died for this. I died for this, stupid. I'm like, oh wow, I looked over it, like I saw this guy eating me. I'm like, yeah, it's the Reaper. We've made it. I'm like, wait a minute, there's still a bunch of guys on the screen. We're at 25 minutes. Wow, talk about a way to just completely toss the run. Good bit. I'm very smart. Hey, thanks for watching. This was not me. Oh, this is not over. Never mind. I have a revive. I forgot. Hey, just kidding. Just kidding. Revive. I was complaining to my friends because I have a dingleberry. Look at this. And a 5-piece. My God. When the luck hits, the luck hits. Man, look at that. Fate's weird like that. Look at me. Look at me. Yeah. Yeah, deserved, earned. I still want my friend's feedback if my comment is true. I'll put money on it. The game of life is the first board game roguelike. Fact. Fact. This is very much like a, you know, is a hot dog a sandwich type of conversation. I'm ready to make some people upset over it. Although the hot dog sandwich one definitely gets people more riled up. Similar like how like the water is wet one does, which I just hate that one because every time people talk about it, I put it on the same level as the game, but also there's a right answer. I just don't want to get into it, alright? People start wars over that, right? You know, every time a big government's about to go to war, you know, a very relevant topic here, it's very clearly because they're trying to debate, you know, is water wet? I don't want to turn that into a bit because that's actually like there's a political ongoing situation here that I don't want to meme up because war is bad. War is bad, okay? Yeah. It's a very hot dog as a sandwich type of thing. The most upsetting, and I had to quote one of my friends from college on this, and his name's Han. Love my boy Han. There was an infamous statement that he's made that, to this day, I guarantee still riles up and it upsets many a person. And it is the statement that milk is a broth. He said this. I have never been more livid in my life. It's like a fun livid, but it's still, it riles me up just on the same vein as like the other big three that I mentioned the other day, alright? But every time I hear that, I'm like, God damn it, it infuriates me in a fun way. Because at the end of the day, if I'm gonna get mad at someone or something, you know, if it's a bit, like, give me a break. Milk is not a broth. That's actually insane. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? And his explanation has some sound logic to it, but it's just so ridiculous. I just can't. I can't. By the way, Pop-Tart is a ravioli. That is a fact. That one is true. And if that upsets you, like, come on, it's true. Also, the Pop-Tart. You're really gonna die on a hill for Pop-Tarts? Get yourself a toaster strudel. They're better. They're just straight up better. With an asterisk, like a Pop-Tart's better raw, right? Toaster strudel is the baked boys good. All right. I'm trying to milk out the last few minutes here. Oh, for the record, though, as I was saying earlier, I wasn't trying to throw my run there. That was legit me just being exhausted and getting caught in my own hubris of like trying to have this dumb conversation with my friends. I wasn't lying. I looked over on the screen. I'm like, it's the Reaper. I've made it. I'm like, wait a minute. This is bad. If I was playing any other character, that would have been a tragic ending, but it was just good storytelling. What can I say? What can I say? Give me the coin bags. Alright, hit spacebar. I don't need my mouse. Alright. Back to one-handing it. Don't be weird, alright? If I say one-handing it, don't be weird. I'm playing a video game. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? I'm a fan of games you can play with one hand. Again, stop being weird. Because it's for a variety of reasons. It's an accessibility thing. I'm all about gaming accessibility. I give nods to Microsoft for their efforts in that field. Like, big-time nods to Microsoft for that. You know, it's like games like this. Like Darkest Dungeon, that's a game you can play with one hand. Bravo. Hey, what the heck? What the heck? Get away! Okay, I'm stressed. Hold up. Okay, I just gotta stop moving. We need to weather this wave. If I move the books, they squeeze between the cracks of the books. So just chill, just vibe. We don't need to get any more experience. We're good. Being chillin'. Can we get to the new monsters though? Or what is this? Now I'll just feather move? No, I can't feather move. See, one bat squeezed in. Alright. So close. We're so close. 1 minute. Please get rid of the blue bats. I will take other bats right now. Okay, I'll be honest, I'm a little self-conscious. I'm a little gassy because of the cheesecake, but also because of the hot sauce for most of the day. I don't know if I legit just like belched into the mic here. I don't think I did. I can't remember because my brain is fading here. But if it did, I will go into post and edit that. Apologies. All right. I just had to say it. I was being silent. I was getting very anxious. I don't know why, but I'm not here to put a video on the screen and then belch in someone's ear. All right. It's rude. It's rude. We'll edit it and post if I did. And if I didn't, hey, I'm just being a weirdo for no reason, right? Alright. Almost there. 20 seconds. Round it out. Let's go. Come on. It's a me. Pizza pie. Papa John's. We're so close. Alright. 10, 9, 8. What are these Mississippi seconds, game? Come on. Get me out of here. Ah, they're gonna touch me. Alright, we're good. And that's game, baby! Oh. Reaper didn't want to give me a chance. Alright, good run. Hey, thanks for... I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead. Dunkachino. There we go. 75 more gold, and then you can put me in the grave. The revive mechanics in these kind of games, they always get you. They always got me in Slay the Spire. They always get you in Isaac. Am I actually dead now? Okay, thank you, Jesus. Alright. Hey, good run. Heaven's Sword. The critically acclaimed Final Fantasy expansion. Pretty good. Also, 4.1 million damage. Next up on the list, the Unholy Vespers, Death Spiral, and Bloody Tear. You are just so bloody bad, huh? Like, really, really bad. Cool. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Wait. Tiragasu. Bless you? That is Tiragasu. Is that a character? What's... Oh, is that just the name of the achievement? Hang on. That is Tiragasu. Dude. What is it? Dude. Oh, right. I should be getting this. Alright, get me out of here. I need to go to sleep. Thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, etc. Whenever it's for you, and I will see you all whenever for the next one. Take it easy, everybody.